NAACP National Convention. Once again, I'm Shemaya Bowen.
I'm Kayla Kennedy.
And we're this year's NAACP Hollywood Bureau Fellows. Every day, we'll be covering social and cultural issues within the Black community and discussing voter rights and history. For today's segment, we're looking into and hoping to increase your knowledge of historically Black colleges and institutions in a segment we're calling The More HBCU-Know.
So just to start off with a couple of facts, Cheyney University is considered the oldest established HBCU institution in American history. I'm hailing from the greater Philadelphia area, so I can feel Cheyney's effects in my community. So just to start off, the first HBCUs were founded in Pennsylvania and Ohio before the American Civil War with the purpose of providing Black Americans who were largely prevented due to racial discrimination from attending any institution with a basic education and training to become teachers or tradesmen. Following the end of the Civil War and the abolition of slavery, HBCUs were founded throughout the South with support from the Freedmen's Bureau, a federal organization that operated during Reconstruction era to help former slaves to adjust to freedom.
HBCUs have accomplished a lot in their small lifetime, and it's worth understanding what else they can do and offer us going forward. HBCUs have played an integral role in enhancing equal educational opportunities for all students. If you want to go by the numbers, they've provided undergraduate training for 3/4 of all Black persons holding a doctorate degree, 3/4 of all Black officers in our armed forces, and 4/5 of all Black federal judges. HBCUs are leading institutions in awarding bachelor degrees to Black students in life sciences, physical sciences, mathematics, and engineering. They continue to rank high in terms of the proportion of graduates who pursue and complete graduate and professional training. And lastly, they play a significant role in our culture as a safe space for students of color to celebrate themselves in a world that doesn't always allow us to do so. Because of this, HBCUs have played as a backdrop for various forms of media, from School Days to Drumline to my favorite, A Different World, as well as the first documentary on HBCUs, Tell Them We Are Rising, which examines the impact HBCUs have had on American history, culture, and national identity.
So you might be wondering, what does the NAACP have in form of educational advocacy for both HBCU institutions and elementary institutions? So the NAACP has a whole website laying out 4 issue areas that will enable communities to substantially improve the academic achievement of their disadvantaged students. By no means are these the only issues that must be addressed, and we understand that local issues will arise at a claim of branch's attention. However, we're asking each branch to be a part of the national campaign for educational excellency by choosing to work on at least one of those issues using one of our suggested strategies and targeting their efforts to reforming turnaround schools, which are identified by being in the bottom 5% in terms of test scores or having a graduation rate for high schools below 60%. We ultimately, as a national organization, aim to make learning so engaging, teaching so effective, and schools so well-resourced that each student is appropriately supported and the need for discipline will be a rare occurrence. By harnessing the advocacy skills, which the NAACP has perfected since 1909, we can rekindle the fire for strong public education in our communities and ensure that disadvantaged and students of color receive a world-class education.
And one fact that I think that we're missing, Kaylee, HBCUs have the best bands in the world.
Well, you're not wrong there, Shemaya. So in our next segment, we're going to talk about taking a deep dive into the topic of voting rights in America and how we can defeat hate with a vote on par with this year's convention message and call to action, defeat hate, vote.